This is all about BBN, Big Brother Nigeria, and the other similar events organized to celebrate indecent exposures, immorality, and other despicable exposures. I say hi to everyone. I am Ugo King. Right, Nigeria is a country where immorality is celebrated. If you look at some of the pictures here, or some of the clips I posted here, a lot of indecent actions are celebrated. And this is a national program where every Dick and Harry glue their eyes, their brains, their time, and everything that made up humanity are thrown in onto this program. In this 21st century, at this time of our life, families gather together to watch and celebrate Big Brother Nigeria. At the same time, there is not much people gain from this event, except that some of the unemployed youths engage in participating in this very action. Besides, some of our youth, their life become anew, such as the financial reward they got from this Big Brother Nigeria. Besides that, nothing else is gained from this very particular event. If you watch closely, or if you know the history and foundation of this very particular program, you think it could be a mistake for staging this program. Somebody might ask why. Look at most of our young girls who engage in this program. Look at what they display. Look at some of the young guys who are among the participants on this very program. Watch their attitudes. Then somebody can tell me what exactly could be the content of this show, which most families or most youths that walk the streets of Nigeria can learn. You are a mother, you are a father. If you find out that your daughter learned a lot of things from this Big Brother Nigeria, and it becomes part of her life, and she displays it in the story and lives with the idea, what could be your feelings? If you are a father and your son, your daughter, is among the participants of Big Brother Nigeria, after some days of engagement in this program, you saw her on pages of newspapers, social media platforms, where she's, making funny actions with a boyfriend. She just got a couple of hours lying on the same bed with a blanket, with a duvet, doing what they feel is their joy, entertaining themselves. What will be your feelings? I'm asking. in some other parts of the world. And this very 21st century, every national program set for the youth is filled with content, is filled with a lot of dignity, where other people from various parts of the world or nationalities can emulate, which can never be forgotten in the national consciousness. That is a way forward. If you watch some other programs where you engage and do some other important things that makes life a living, somebody will raise a tone or doff a car. We doff a car for the program because people that got brain, thinkers, arranged and wrote the program. And it continues like that. Somebody will say, yes, this is what doing. But why could Nigeria own be different? Why is Nigeria a country that celebrates immorality? Why? Our politicians are corrupt. People follow them just like that. Democracy is truncated. People make their time to get engaged. Corruption is working like a living thing. People celebrate it. Kidnappers walk the streets of Nigeria doing their own things. At the end of the day, they got their money. People celebrate them. Every nook and cranny of the nation, prostitutes fill every street. They came out with a booty of their trade. People celebrate them. Criminals are everywhere doing their own show. When they grab their money, people celebrate them and give them titles. Corrupt leaders and those who call themselves elites, they convert government institutions. They convert their positions. They convert whatever is meant for the public into their own private treasures. People celebrate them and give them awards and titles. Bandits are there killing, destroying, sucking blood. Government give them convoy to move around the streets. They carry about their AK-47 anyhow, harassing, destroying, maiming, burning. Government celebrate them and give them award. Most of them are sent abroad to study or sent abroad for a holiday, and government on a paid holiday out of taxpayers' money. Government and people, government and with their well-wishers celebrate them. And when you talk, when somebody says something they said is a hate speech, or the DSS will by 5 a.m. knock on your door. If not the bandits, or they will come around and start shooting direct into your door house, or into your door, into your residential house, shooting and destroying everything they could be able to lay their hands on. Why? Look at such a program. Young girls are organized. Most of them bought the slots to make sure they participate. Who pockets the money? And they do some other things to make sure they will participate. All these youths are our young sons and daughters who tomorrow might come out to seek positions in public offices. And when their requests are turned down, somebody somewhere have something to say. Somebody like the one they called Maria. They called her a husband snatcher. Fell in love with this girl. People are reacting in most of her attitude and actions. Because of that, somebody said he gave her an estate. Other ones gave her a lot of gifts. And they called her names. Yet, people are celebrating her. Look at the one they call Angel. Can you tell me, is there any cheap prostitute that has no dignity more than Angel? Then she's been celebrated here and there. Those ones celebrating her are human beings and Nigerians. If your sister decide to live such a life, she decide to dress and showcase herself like Angel, what will be your reactions? She misbehaves and do her own things the way she thinks is best for her. People are celebrating those indecent exposures. Let me tell you something here. We are Africans. If you learn any kind of attitude that is Western and try to display it in Africa, you must be a failure. If you believe you are in 21st century, we are in a digital age where everybody is up and doing, where everybody does his own thing the way he likes or the way she likes, and believe it will work out and give you popularity or make you a celebrity here in Africa, most especially in Nigeria, you must be a failure. Do you know that most of our young girls who believe they are feminists, who believe any man, whatever anything a man do, a woman can do better, that believe that marriage is nothing, that said they are single parents, at this very time I'm speaking to you, do your research in most of the social medias. They are regretting their lifestyle they put on. They are regretting for not having a husband. They are regretting for being a feminist. They are regretting for feeling that they decided to be a single parent. Now they are begging and putting adverts on social medias, sending out their numbers to whoever will hear and listen. I'll give them connection for marriage. And you who is starting, who is on a stage, who is on a way to your own destination, you decide to break your yoke. You decide to destroy yourself. You decide to live your life anyhow, believing that tomorrow a man will say, "Hi, baby, I love you." You are making a mistake, making fool of yourself. Yeah, some people might like what you are doing and praising you, are calling you, and I'm saying, yeah, we are your fans. Keep it up. You are doing nice. You are the greatest. You are the best. Yeah, it ends there. At the end of the day, you are all alone. Nobody, no man will say yes, for better, for worse, with you. Use your brain, thinking about that. Life is so precious. At this your tender age, everything might be working for you in 10 years to come. Have you given a thought about that? There is this saying our people used to narrate. He said, anyone who wants to know the way that your golden spouse that your yori yori will look like when you were old, or when you were old, when she is old. Look the nature of your grandmother, or look at the nature of your mom. When you, who is celebrating your tender age, your instruments, and everything that you are made of, when you get to the age and level of your mom, what do you think will be your fate? Will you be ready to fight it alone in this wide world? Will you be willing to stay alone, to do other things life throws on you? Think about that. There is no market or street where husbands are being sold. There is no nook and cranny of the world or Nigeria where husbands are placed on a shelf and a tag on it. And the dignity of any woman on this planet Earth is the husband. If you are displaying your ways, whatever that gives women dignity, when you open your sherry and flies and pests celebrate on it, at the end of the time, you are the one that will bear the brunt of your mistake. Pests and insects can perch on your cherry. They may desire it. They might enjoy it. And that ends it. The chaff will be left alone to rotten. And that is you. What will be your nature? What will be your future plans when all these things happens to you? That's why you deserve to behave decently. It is your attitude that attracts husbands to you. It is your attitude that attracts someone who will give you a hand in marriage. These very days, most of our actresses, or those ones who call themselves celebrities, they are doing and undoing. And they believe it is never a mistake. But when age knocks on their door, your guess is as good as mine. There is no redemption in that level of life, because you never prepared for that stage of life. Nobody, no human being can tell me, yes, that she came into this world to live life in a single way. That her lifestyle is the best she can give her future. No. It is all of a mistake when your attitude never attracts a suitor for you. Then what could be the plans of all these ones in school? Live a good life. Live a righteous life. Live a holy life. You have a long way to go. And you can never bear that stage of life, because those days, those years are the years God really give humanity to celebrate actions of life. If you are misbehaving, doing your own things the way you like because it belongs to you. Time will come when you'll be a nuisance. Time will come when people will see you as an outcast. Nobody will got anything to do with you because you are a loser. Or in all ramifications, the dignity of every woman is a husband. The culture and tradition of the white people are different from the culture and tradition of Africans. We respect traditions. Yes. Look at all these young ones who felt that displaying their ways, their frontal ways, is the best way to attract a suitor, fans, supporters, and lovers. Or who display at all time their butts filled with silicone and the rest of the shit. They believe they got it. At the end of the time, they must be disappointed because such things doesn't last forever. It is all for a short moment. It is all for that attraction. Nothing is there. And remember, when you fix all those things in your body, you are saying, God, I hate my nation. And mind you, when your body language says that, God, I hate the nation you gave me, at that very moment, you have created an enmity between you and God. Remember, we are created on God's image. And if you show that idea and sense that you had what God created, your name is sorry. Think about that. You are supposed to guard what God gave you. You're supposed to cherish what God gave you. You're supposed to behave decently. Because their later years is supposed to be greater and better than your present time. And that is why you're supposed to be. That's why you're supposed to behave decently at all times. Respect what God gave you. Cherish it, guide it, hold it with your double hands so that you can easily reach your destination and enjoy what God deposited for you. Can you figure this out? If your mother or your father behave the way you are doing, do you think the character of your mother will attract your father to say, I love your mom? Or if your father have been one of those ones that are kidnappers and wayward guys, do you think your mother will say, Mr. Man, you be my lover. You will be my husband. If you believe you were a hot cake, if you believe you are happening, think twice. Because our people used to say that no one tastes the deep of a sea with double legs. Don't burn your candle in both ends. You can never survive it. Look at most streets of Nigeria. Look at the kind of women that are walking the streets. Look at the attitude. Look at what they display. Then, you who believe you got sense, you join them. And at the end of the day, you believe your nation, you believe your achievement will be quite different from those ones. Have you ever reflected the actions of this harsh mess? I mean the girls of that harsh mess. Is there anything different? Is there any action they display that is different from a prostitute? How can a young girl walk around within an environment looking for who will have sex with her? How can a young girl decide to participate in taking shower together at the same time in a bathroom that is filled with young guys? How can a young girl walk out of a bedroom naked into a room that is filled with men and young ladies? You feel you are wise. You feel you are a smart girl. You feel you are the best. If not for any other thing, for nature's sake and decency sake. There are mistakes you will make at your youth. It will destroy your future. It will destroy any good thing that will come into your life, that will prepare you to achieve your dream. If you march on all those things, your name is sorry, because they will be unchangeable. That's why we deserve to live a life of decency. Stop celebrating immorality, young man. It destroys the future of any young man or young lady. Even in every stage of our life, we are not supposed to celebrate indecency. Everybody is angry the way Nigerians are celebrating criminals. Then, with Big Brother Nigeria, those things people fear to get engaged with are being officially exposed and celebrated. Why? Nigerians have no other things to do that gives them joy or that makes them to while away time. Probably evening or night time. And that is one of the things they engage in, enjoying this Big Brother Nigeria program. If there is an alternative, nobody will provide his time for all those things. I'm appealing to those ones that are organizing that show. Please, I'm saying, find a way to re-engineer, to reorganize, to fix, and do and display whatever is supposed to be done in this Big Brother Nigeria in the next season, so that anything concerning indecent exposure, immorality will be wiped out of this program. Let the organizers think about this. Our country, Nigeria, our young girls, our environment cannot be filled with immoralities. It destroys a nation. It's a reproach, and God hates that. I'm not trying to sound spiritual or to sound, religious, but right things must be done right. Good things must be done well. There is never a situation where the right and good things are done and people reject them. No. It's because we have decided to take that road. And that is why at every stage of our life, people are celebrating immoralities. Even parents don't have rights over their sons and daughters again. The moment they pass through secondary school, no young girl or no young guy listens to the advice of the parents. And that is why we are this. That's why a lot of things went wrong in our society today. Yes, we live abroad. We interact with wives. We cohabit with them. We live and eat with them. We dine and wine with them. They do their own things that suits them. They wear their own fashions that suits them. They enjoy the beaches around them the way it suits them. They put on their bikini and other things that suits them. They go out, hanging out, and doing some other things that suits them. They never borrow the system, the idea, the tradition, or the culture from any part of the continent. And they enjoy it, and people admire it. Then why should all our people, our young girls and our young guys, try to borrow from these white people? They expose their butts. They expose their breasts. They expose their boobs. Anyhow. Even some of them feel like it is time for them to walk naked at any given time on the street. If not because of the actions of the security men and maybe street urchins that we throw bottle and water upon them. Most of our young girls could have been walking naked on the street just to make sure they open whatever is in there and up there. What will they gain on all these things? If you expose all these things that makes you a woman, there is nothing any young guy will enjoy in you again. There is no man walking on that street that will summon the courage to hold you on his chest and call you my darling or my wife. Think about this. Make use of your common sense. There is no way education gave you the thought to behave indecently. There is nothing you learn in classrooms that will tell you to behave in such a way, to put yourself in that kind of situations. No. Rather, education gives lessons of decency, good behavior, good attitude, good character that makes up a man. It gives joy, but we never endure and follow the step. And that's why a lot of things are happening against our young guys and young girls. And they are dying in droves. And that's why ritualists have made all these figures a prayer. How many have died? How many have lost their lives? How many are mad in the streets of Nigeria? How many of them are jobless? How many of them couldn't be able to bear whatever nature has in stock for them? It's because of their attitude. It's because of the kind of lifestyle they choose. Big Brother Naija is not the beginning and end of life. There are a lot of young girls who are targeting next season. There are a lot of young guys who are targeting next season. They are dreaming the kind of indecent actions they will display so that they will be the best and talk of the stage. You are making a mistake. Go and do something better that will give you honor. Go and find your talents and skills. Go and make sure you discover them and put them to limelight. God will bless you. You will enjoy the future and your environment better than all these ones. In 5 to 10 years to come, nobody will talk about angel again. A lot of things, a lot of regrets will be running down in her brain. And if you ask her questions to remake all those things, she will deny you of the actions. What would be the attitude? What would be the nature of people like Maria that is called husband snatcher? A couple of days ago, I saw in one of the social platforms where that Maria is being given a stern warning to stay away from a senator because the wife of that senator is planning to destroy her face with acid. The woman asked somebody to send that message to Maria because she will not condone it, just like the sister of Cubana chief priest. We are seeing all these things. We are hearing all these things. Because they believe whatever they are doing, they are smart. They are not smart. They are dullards. Because a young girl that deserves respect needs to do things decently. Because tomorrow has greater things for you. It's because most of our young girls are shameless in whatever they are doing. They believe life starts with sex and ends with sex. No. There is nothing there. There are things that lead people to hell. But when you behave well and have that you are born of your born, believe me, life is more better. Your life will be more better. There's nothing you are doing that attracts a man. It all attracts nuisances. It all attracts people that will enjoy the sweetness of that nectar. When the nectar is dry, they will fly away. Think about that. Nobody can control you the way you live your life. The access belongs to you. If you win, fine. If you lose, you bear it. But because we are human beings with each other, because we are human, that's why I'm making my suggestions and giving my ideas and solutions. You might feel that what I'm saying is meaningless, but it's up to you. It can never have a meaning to you the moment part of things you are doing is mentioned here. Behave well. And again, I will never forget to say this to some of the married young girls who take part in this show called Big Brother Nigeria. Someone like Tega. If your husband reasons so well, I think the rest of his life he will bury it in shame. Tega is a disgrace to the nature of women. Yeah. She's a disgrace. She has no common sense. She reasons through her anus, if I may say that. But I'm sorry for using that word. But it is the truth. Who has the future? Who will bear children for a man? Came upon this kind of stage. Shamelessly, you lie to the public. Shamelessly, you do all sorts of indecent things with a man you just met, and you call her your darling, and everything that goes along with it have been displayed. Supposing the camera did not pick Tega and her actions, when she get back to the house, she will tell the husband that everything is well. And the young man will say, yeah, welcome home. my sweetheart. Well, it is up to you. It is up to you, young man. Have a nice day. Other similar ones like that, but I don't want to go further in calling names in most of their actions. But all I'm saying, as they call it, our youth should shine their eyes in whatever they do, because your life will not end being a youth. You have more important things that makes up life, which you will engage in future. Then ask yourself, how will you get to that level? If you burn your candle in both ends. Some people are saying we should not burn our finger in trying to seek way of success. Because when you burn your finger in trying to seek success, then when the success comes, which finger will help you to bear it to your chest? You must think twice. You must reason very well. When you think like tomorrow is coming to an end in anything you are doing, you must be a failure. You must change your thought and your plans. So that tomorrow, your tomorrow will bear fruits. Hear this. There are most of our young guys who believe in following women will be the way and the place they will find success. No. If you believe you are a gigolo, you are wasting your time. Ask your parents, ask your father, what makes him a man? Ask him which length he went before he got a success in whichever undertakings he engaged himself with. When the days are young, then think about yourself. Think about the things you are doing. If you continue the way you are doing it, which way your success? Which way will your success be fulfilled? Yeah, I appreciate what money. Why? Somebody might ask that question. Since that guy entered into that program, have anybody anything to say against him? No. He was prepared from day one. He acted like a young guy who has somewhere to go. And at the end of the day, God rewarded him. So that is one of the good things that happens in that big brother Nigeria. I'm not saying everyone has the same kind of life to lead. No. God said, I will bless who I will bless. And when he blesses you, nobody takes it away from you. White man is now blessed among all the participants. It was his time. And he held it. He grabbed it with both hands. Nice for him. Guy, this is it. But in every other way, please, if you are a young guy trying to seek a slot for the next season, if I thought that next season will hold, be careful. Reason so well. Do not find yourself among those ones that enjoy scandals. Before any woman will cross or will touch your instrument, will come close to you, be sure it's not a married woman. Be sure it's not one of those bronze girls that bought their slot into a show. Make sure they are not among those gate crashers. Because those young girls that are gate crashers, they can use any means and do anything in life to belong wherever they feel is happening. And with your own eyes and your own senses, you must have seen some of them in this past baby Naija. They are there at every stage of life. Gate crashers, confusionists, destroyers, agents of bad things. They are there at every given time to do their own work. They don't care about future. They don't care about life. They don't care about achievement. They don't care about decency and honor. All they care is, I'm among them. I was there. Think twice. Make use of your common sense. And believe your time is coming. If you are a mother, if you are a father, what advice do you give your son or your daughter when he gives you the idea of what she's about to take part in? Are you among those ones who allow their children to do whatever that gives them joy? At the end of the time, you are the one that will bear the brunt of the pains they will create for you. Are you among those parents who encourage their sons and daughters to do evil things, to participate in criminality, to take part in indecent actions and immorality? There's no life and road in those things. You be careful. Do not make that mistake. If you have been doing that, change your plans. Time and time and time and time. Make sure you call your son to order. Call your daughter to order. Show them the way to go, things to do, and the way to go about it, so that tomorrow will bear fruit for you and the members of the family. There is no repentance in the grave. And remember that the wages of sin is death. It might not be a physical death. It might be a death in some forms. And when all those things starts happening, you're not better than a dead person. If I may say that. So that's why you need to act, and act fast. Let me say this before I close this discussion. There are some of us who believe that whatever they are doing is plans of God and for their destiny. No, I disagree with you. Everything you are doing might be working for you. Life must be running smoothly. But I tell you, God is giving you a trial to see whether you will change and do better. But the moment you continue in such immorality, indecent exposure, misbehaving, and full of a character and attitude, time will come when the chain will rust And the rusted chain can never be greased. If you grease a rusted chain, after a moment it will break. And when a chain breaks, the next thing you know, it ends up in a garbage. Do not allow your life to end in a garbage. In some forms, when your life ends in a garbage, nothing, nobody will have anything to do with you. Make hay while the sun shines. There are some other things you can do with yourself that will give you joy. Do the basic things. Follow the life necessities. There is no long life on those things. Bring yourself together. Bakoto onwego onu. That is the way. In my own vernacular. Bakoto onwego onu. So that good things will start happening for you. Life is so sweet. Life is so precious. Good life matters. And that is where you find the end things. Life had a stage. Immorality destroys our goals. It destroys our targets in life. Therefore, link like use that got fusion. Before you take part in anything, think about the after effect of that thing. Think about the after effect. Anything in life you do wrongly got a repercussion. Yes. Are you ready? Are you willing to bear it? When you make unnecessary mistakes against the life you lead, you will live life like a dead ant. Everyone will march on you. You will be trodden. You end up in a drainage. Are you ready to bear it? That's why I always say, think twice. Look before you leap. Finally, I'm saying to the organizers of Big Brother Nigeria and similar events in Nigeria, there are some other educative programs to be staged where our youth will fall head over heel in participating. Those programs are the ones this country deserves. They are the ones the youth deserve. They are the ones the nation deserves. You guys must change the idea of this Big Brother Nigeria. Our young girls are desperately exposed. They are forcefully exposed. Because these days, when they don't display the ways they have, both front and back, end to end, nobody looks at them. So let us cut this off, and that is because it is not the best thing. The money they use in buying their slot to make sure they participate in this program is too much. It is too much. Certain things must be cut short. When you want to build, empower the youth, don't go too far to do it. Because most of the they are unemployed. And most of their parents got nothing much to help them. Therefore, when you make everything so high on a profile, they will find it difficult to take part. And by then, you are not empowering them anymore. Rather, you are destroying them. You are destroying their future and targets. You are destroying their dreams. You must do it in such a way that those that are willing, those that are able, those that are smart can easily go in and come out decently. It will be on record. If Nigeria is a country where the politicians, the lawmakers, has good thing for the youths, believe me, Big Brother Nigeria will never pass the second year. It could have been closed completely, because those organizers, they have some questions to answer, and they can never think about it the second time. There will be no second thought about Big Brother Nigeria in the consciousness of any human being or this society. How can you organize young gays and guys, put them together every night, every hour, every day, every week, till the end of the program? This one fuck this one sleep with this one open this yard, this one shine her eyes, this one did that, this one exposed this one exposed that. What do you think you are creating? I'm asking the organizers of this program. What? You're a man, you're a young guy, you're a young girl, or you're a man, you're a woman that take part in being part of the sponsors of this program. If you are young, if your daughter or your son is among those ones that came into this program to misbehave stupidly and show all those actions of immorality and indecency, to be your feelings, you congratulate her or you congratulate him. My son, you are so nice, you are so well. Or you give him or her an award. You must be mentally be evaluated. That's why I'm saying you guys must change the system and the idea and do something meaningful. There are a lot of science programs one can take. There are a lot of educative things to showcase. There are a lot of cultural and traditional things to showcase or to do, to stage, to make life better and new. This one, I entirely condemn it. When these ones are older and see what they did in such a level, what will be the feelings of the offsprings? I am saying, sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. Let us think twice and make life better for our youths in decent ways. Everyone is blaming our politicians, how corrupt they are, and how they celebrate immorality. Because in some villages, in some towns, in some states, on national levels, you see all these criminals who call themselves politicians. You see, they are given titles here and there. They are given honorary or doctorate degrees here and there. Awards of every kind they stage. Out of taxpayers' money. In most parts of the world, all of them are buying houses, estates, properties from the money given to them to build infrastructures and develop some places. It ends up in their private account. Some are flying private jets. In streets of most of the happening cities in Nigeria, they have houses, estates here and there. Out of the money or contracts they awarded themselves. Source of things that are despicable, yet they are celebrated. They are supposed to end up in jail. And when most of them ends up in jail, the new ones will not find a space in committing crime, in looting. I called Nigeria a banana republic. We need a good change. We need a good change. We need a good change from every Dick and Harry. Because when you say you are a student, we need a change from you. If you're a market woman, we need a change from you. If you are a trader, a businessman, we need a change from you. If you are a politician, we need a change from you. In Nigeria, you have seen what the herdsmen are doing. You have seen what the kidnappers are doing. You have seen what Miet Alas are doing. You have seen what the bandits are doing. Is there anybody that wakes up and feel happy and free in that environment? Is there anybody that is enjoying whatever is happening? Even those ones that are calling the shots, the ones that are sponsoring those actions, the ones that knows and plan and go to nocturnal meetings to say how it should be. How far? Do you think they are feeling better? Are feeling fine? Or walking freely? When you never know from which angle the bullet will fly onto your brain or your chest. Think twice. Think twice. This is 21st century. Nobody is an encyclopedia of wisdom. Nobody has monopoly of being a killer. God surpasses all, and He's the one that calls the shots. Think about tomorrow. I end it here, but I'm wishing you the best. See you on top. I thank you for listening.